everyone, Tommy from Tech Nexus, and thanks for joining me on today's video. I was going to talk about some of the 2020 products, but there was a question that came up on the forums that I thought might make for some good content for today's video. So the user wanted to place a non-georeferenced file onto an InfraWorks model. It might be just because it's a later aerial view, or it just might be something different to the InfraWorks and it's for a particular area. So I guess this is what we're going to go through today. And I'm also going to show about getting some better detailed terrain from a government website. So this will apply to Australian users. For non-Australians, it might be something different, but if you're in Australia, this might be of help. So looking in the model builder, I just went down and the area was, here in Australia, was a suburb called Spotswood, and this user wanted to get a model of this reserve here. So I just went through, zoomed in, gave it a name, and it was only about 2 square kilometers, so it's not that big a model, and then went away and came back, and this was the result. So you can see it's quite a small model. If you're familiar with the area, this is one of the freeways here, the Westgate. And this is just here in Spotswood. So these fields and these park is the the basis for today's video. So the terrain that we get out of it, it's not bad, but again, we might be able to do a little bit better. So if you go to the Elvis website, and I'll put this in the description below, it's elevation.fsdf.org.au. And what you can do is zoom into a particular area. I'll just maximize this. And we can put a window around an area that we want, and it's going to give us better detail, but we have to put the window around it first. So if I draw a window around this, and then over here on the right, it's going to tell me what it can find. So we got 5 meter DEMs and 1 second DEM. So you can say select them and then click on download, and then it's going to come in and give us the file. Now again, it does take a little bit of time, so I've obviously already done this, and what it will give us is the ability to add. So if I come here and add a raster file, go to my desktop, go to Spotswood, and this is the TIFF file that you receive from the Elvis website. Go open. So as normal, it parks it in the data sources until we close and refresh it, but I want to clip it to the model extent, so I don't need the information outside of the model. And the coordinate system is just under LLGDA 94, and I'll go close refresh. Okay, now it might not be visible immediately, but we've overlaid this terrain now onto our model. So now moving on to the basis of why we're doing this video is I wanted to add the image that this user has sent. Okay, and InfraWorks will park it as an overlay, and I can now interactively place it. Okay, so I can just double click in there, and I can give it a classification, I guess, an aerial shot. You don't have to give a classification, but now you can obviously see that it's a bit too big, but we can use the grips here to scale up and down, to move it, to do whatever. And it might be a bit hard to see on the video, but I can overlay the road with the terrain in the model to get an idea on where this image has to be placed. So you can just sort of make it out here. This roadway is almost lined up with the image of those hockey fields. So if I just adjust it a little bit more and then move it, so we're almost there, and you can see that the roadway there is almost lined up with that. We've got the footpath is almost lined up, and these roads are almost lined up as well, but we can adjust the rotation just a little bit and then move it. You can see we're pretty close. So there's the better image. And I guess if you had a bigger image, we could cover more of the surrounding area. Otherwise, I guess if you were to cut these fields in InfraWorks, then you could just get the image in here as well. So there's the overlay there. You can see that that building is still visible there. If you need to, we can, I guess, go through, edit it, and remove it. But there is the solution on how to place a non-geo-referenced image onto an InfraWorks model. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get daily notifications of all of my videos, and I will see you tomorrow for some more 2020 stuff. See you later.